Unless you're someone who lives and breathes politics, the fight on the floor at the beginning of this first day probably comes off as a lot of hard-to-follow political squabbling. Delegates who support Texas Senator Ted Cruz tried to force a roll call vote, potentially very embarrassing for Trump, but the effort failed and the convention moved on. Much of the early hours were spent with people from the world of entertainment. 80s TV star Scott Baio, a member of the Robertson family from the show Duck Dynasty, and soap opera star and underwear model Antonio Sabato Jr. But then, things moved into prime time, and that's when we heard what was perhaps the most rousing speech of the evening. Former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani sounded a familiar Republican criticism of President Obama, the reluctance to use the phrase radical Islamic terrorism. Moments after Giuliani left the stage, Donald Trump appeared on stage in true showbiz fashion. With Queen's "We Are the Champions" playing, Trump emerged from blinding white light to introduce his wife. Unlike his 20-minute-plus long introduction of his running mate Mike Pence, Trump got right to the point. Mrs. Trump has apparently been working on her speech for weeks now. She praised her husband as a natural leader who loves his country, and she says America needs him in the White House.